Hello, everyone. Good day. This is David Ryan. I've got another story for you. Actually, there are several variations of this, but this is the one that resonates most with me, as of now, anyway. There was this one blind beggar seated along a curb somewhere on the street, somewhere in the city, and he had a very simple setup. He was seated on cardboard, and he had a cardboard sign propped up right beside his can, where people could plunk their loose change into. And basically, his sign read, "Help me, I'm blind." And he would sit there day in and day out, hoping for a few kind souls would plunk in whatever amount they'd be willing to give out of the kindness of their hearts. And a few did, admittedly. Few and far between, but they did. Few cents here and there. Whenever he would hear the plunk of the coin hitting the bottom of the can, he'd smile to himself. But inwardly, he wished that more people would give. And this continued for some time. Until one day, a woman passed by and took a long, hard look at the can and the sign and the man. And she had the stirrings of an idea. Fortunately, she had a little marker with her. You know, the kind of thing that they used to write on whiteboards, that kind of marker. So she bent down. She took his cardboard signboard without asking. She erased the original message that was on it, turned it to the other side, and wrote a new message. And then placed it back where she found it. She smiled at the man, who couldn't see her smiling anyway, and went on her way without putting any loose change in the can. The blind beggar didn't think much of it until a miracle happened moments later. Only a few minutes went by after that woman had made some alterations to his sign. All of a sudden, he started hearing the plunking sound of coins being dropped into his can. He had heard it before, of course, but this time it seemed to happen with increasing frequency. Whereas before, there had only been like a few people a day, a few kind souls a day, being generous with him. Now it seemed that everyone who passed him by made sure to drop at least one coin in his can. And it happened so often that he wondered, what did she write on my signboard? So it so happens that one day, this same woman comes by and checks up on him. And he's not quite sure, but he kind of has an inkling. Maybe he's got superb hearing, or he's kinesthetic. He can feel that she's the same one. And anyway, the woman stops by and says hello and introduces herself. And the blind beggar says, "You're the woman who took my signboard the other day and scrawled on something new, aren't you?" And she said, "Yes, that was me." "What exactly did you write on my signboard?" The beggar asked. "After you did what you did, everyone started dropping plunking coins into my can. What did you write on my signboard?" "Oh, I just changed the wording a little." And she smiles innocently and she walks away. Again, without explaining what she wrote and without leaving any loose change. The beggar smiles at it, lets it go. Smiles at her, smiles at himself, lets it go. And then the audience of the video or the story sees the new message scrawled on the signboard. The camera pans around to show it. And it says, "It's such a beautiful day and I can't see it." That's the end of the story. Or is it? Now here's the thing. Have you ever imagined what it would feel like to be able to change someone's reality without them knowing it? and by doing so, change their lives. In fact, how would you feel if you could change your life first and foremost, and then go and change other people's lives without their knowing it? Because you can. This is an invitation to join Jedi. Ask Mr. Strix Toledo all about it. Again, this is David Ryan saying thank you for listening. See ya. Ciao.